so you say that he's not a white nationalist, but you support him anyway. Are you disappointed that he's not a white nationalist?
Well, it is what it is. He's clearly not a white nationalist. He does not have the same worldview we do. But we agree with him. His stand on the issues, which we believe are heartfelt, coincide with ours. I might prefer that he understand the racial issues that we deal with a little more than he does. Our purpose, we believe that white people in this country and in all European countries, Australia, Canada, are facing a form of genocide through assimilation.
You say he's not a white nationalist. You say he doesn't understand the coming genocide. So what was it about him that attracted you to him?
Because his stand on the issues coincide with ours. I knew about the newsletters, of course, when they were being printed. I certainly was under the impression Ron Paul wrote them. I'm now convinced he did not write them. And they don't really reflect his views. Some of the quotes that are being pulled out are a little bit out of context, but many of them are over the top, hyperbole, kind of thing you would expect to see posted on a message board on the internet, perhaps. But his stand, his heartfelt positions on the issues coincide with ours. He opposes illegal immigration. He wants to secure our borders. He wants to get us out of these wars. He is the only candidate who wants to do that, Republican or Democrat. Obama is as big a neocon as the Republican candidates. In fact, we predicted that many times on our radio show before he was elected.
Don, Don, let me ask you something.
Ramped up these wars, continues to do so.
So it's interesting that you know, did you say that you thought his newsletters were over the top? Like even you run a website for White Pride Worldwide. You read the newsletters and you thought, wow, that's really over the top?
I think they're a little bit over the top. Of course, the LA riots ended because of the National Guard and the police, not because blacks had to go pick up their welfare checks. That's just typical hyperbole, the kind of thing that, cutesy little things that somebody came up with, whoever it was. And they were trying to appeal to Ron Paul's paleo-conservative base, which was his base.
Is that a code word for racist base?
Paleo-conservative, of course, is a traditional conservative. I don't necessarily consider myself a conservative. I'm not sure what's left to conserve. But paleo-conservatives, yes, of course, accept racial realities. There are racial differences. They're inherent, they're genetic, there's nothing wrong with that, and we understand that. We are racial realists. Paleo-conservatives tend to be racial realists, and paleo-conservatives also oppose foreign interventionism, have traditionally, always have, as opposed to neoconservatives who, of course, want to fight every war they can get into.
Right, and I want the audience to understand something. You know, there are some things that people that we massively disagree with can come to the same conclusion. So, for example, Don and Ron Paul agree on getting out of the wars. So do I, right? That doesn't mean that because Don supports Ron Paul, that Ron Paul supports Don, all right? And the fact that I disagree with the wars doesn't mean that I support Ron Paul. But I just wanted everybody to get the proper context. I wanted them to find out why Don was supporting Ron Paul, which doesn't necessarily mean that Ron Paul is supporting Don's group. He is, you know, said that he's not happy if you guys try to do voter turnout for him or whatever it might be. But I wanted people to get a clear view.